Nehemiah, rebuilder of Jerusalem's walls. The story of Nehemiah in the Bible is a testament to the power of faith, leadership, and restoration. As a biblical figure in the Old Testament and a key player in Jewish history, Nehemiah's role as the governor of Jerusalem and his mission to rebuild the walls of the city hold immense significance. Nehemiah's journey begins when he learns that the walls of Jerusalem are still in ruins despite the rebuilding of the temple. This realization prompts Nehemiah to embark on a remarkable journey of restoration, relying on his unwavering faith in God and his remarkable leadership skills. Nehemiah's understanding of the connection between the walls and the overall restoration of the nation of Israel is of utmost importance. With the walls being an essential defense against external threats, their reconstruction was crucial for the safety and security of the city. Nehemiah, as a cupbearer to the king, secures the king's permission to oversee the rebuilding project, displaying astute planning and leadership. Despite facing opposition and threats, Nehemiah leads the people in rebuilding the walls in just 52 days, demonstrating the power of biblical leadership and the significance of trusting in God's provision. Key takeaways: Nehemiah's mission to rebuild Jerusalem's walls showcases the power of faith and leadership. The connection between the walls and the restoration of Israel highlights the importance of comprehensive rebuilding. Nehemiah's position as a cupbearer to the king secures support for the project despite facing opposition. Nehemiah's unwavering determination leads to the successful completion of the walls. Nehemiah's story inspires believers to trust in God's provision and take action in the face of challenges. Nehemiah's prayer and action: when Nehemiah learned about the condition of Jerusalem's walls, he was deeply moved to seek God's guidance and help. Recognizing the gravity of the situation, Nehemiah turned to fervent prayer and fasting, seeking divine intervention for the restoration of the city. In his prayers, Nehemiah reminded God of his promises to gather his people and lead them to the chosen place. After 4 months of devoted prayer, Nehemiah took decisive action. He approached King Artaxerxes and humbly requested permission to return to Jerusalem to rebuild the walls. Nehemiah understood the significance of combining prayer with practical planning and leadership. Seeking both the king's protection and resources for the project, he demonstrated his trust in God's ultimate provision. Nehemiah's role as the cupbearer to the king provided him with influence and credibility. Leveraging his position, Nehemiah was able to secure the support he needed to fulfill his mission. Through his actions, Nehemiah showed the power of spiritual devotion coupled with strategic thinking and leadership abilities. I was cupbearer to the king. In the month of Nisan in the 20th year of King Artaxerxes, when wine was brought for him, I took the wine and gave it to the king. I had not been sad in his presence before, so the king asked me, "Why does your face look so sad when you are not ill? This can be nothing but sadness of heart." Nehemiah's prayerful approach, combined with his proactive steps, serves as an inspirational example for believers today. It teaches us the importance of seeking God's guidance, trusting in his faithfulness, and taking practical action to accomplish his will. Prayer, fasting, and seeking God's help. Nehemiah's prayer and fasting demonstrated his deep spiritual commitment and reliance on God's wisdom and strength. It wasn't a mere formality, but a genuine cry for God's intervention in the restoration of Jerusalem's walls. Nehemiah's prayer life sets an example for believers to make prayer a priority in seeking God's guidance and help in all areas of life. Influence, planning, and leadership. Nehemiah's role as the cupbearer to the king gave him influence and credibility. He strategically used his position to seek support and resources for the rebuilding project. Father, grandfather, minister, missionary, deacon, elder, author, digital missionary, foster parents, welcome to our family. https://jesusleadershiptraining.com/about us/view all posts.